What is up? It's Saturday, August 10th. I'm back for more poker action. I'm back from Truckee. It's Saturday. We left a day earlier than we were planning because the weather got a little cold. So we got the kids home. I took them to the park, wore them out. They're asleep. Kimberly's working on a little project at home, and I'm heading out to the California Grand. I got one more poker session in me before my real summer vacation's over. So I'm gonna try to win some chips, build a huge stack. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my last video with all the hand breakdowns. If I play some limit tonight, the hand breakdowns might be a lot more simple just because limit poker is a lot more simple. But yeah, I'm excited to get one more session in, so I'm heading out to Concord now, California Grand. I called in, so I'm on the list, so hopefully I shouldn't have to wait too long. And let's build those stacks. Let's build some towers tonight. All right, check in a bit. What's up, everyone? I'm playing a 15-30 limit hold'em game. Second time I've played this in my life. It's the biggest limit game I've played at California Grand. Bought in for 800. I'm a really good limit player, so I'm confident, even though everyone's a regular. Started off, went down 200 pretty quick. Didn't hit any flops. Then I've made some hands and went up to about 1,000. Now I'm sitting at about 900, so I'm up about 100. Taking a break. Really aggressive guy who I'm sure is a regular. He sat down with 1,500 and he's been raising every hand, so I just moved seats so I could get behind him. So he's ahead of me. It's way better to play in position against a really aggressive player. So I'm gonna head back and let's stack up some chips, baby. Here we go. What's up, everyone? It's Sunday. Hope you're all having a good morning. So, last night, California Grand, 15-30, limit cash game. I was there, got there about 8 o'clock, finished up around 12:30. Had a pretty good run last night, I gotta admit. I wanted to do a little recap, go over some hands. That seems to be a popular part of my videos. So, on the last time I checked in, I was up 100, and then I had a hand where I had ace queen of hearts. The flop came out with a jack of hearts and 2 small cards, so I called. There was a raise before the flop. The turn paired my ace, so I stayed down all the way. Turns out a guy had pocket jacks, flopped a set, and rivered a full house, so I lost a pretty good chunk there. Put me down to about 700, and then this is when my run started. Insane. So check out this first hand that got me back into the positive, and I never dropped below my starting stack after this hand. Okay, so here's the first big hand of the session. I started the hand with 695 and I'm down 100 for the session. I get dealt 10-7 of spades, pretty early position. And I've been playing super tight, so I figured this is a good spot to raise. They're probably going to put me on a big pair. So I raised to 30. Call on the button, call on the small blind, call on the big blind. 4 ways to see the flop. It's a sweet flop for me. I flop a pair of 7s and a flush draw. It's a huge draw for me, and I have the pair, so I bet. Button folds, small blind calls, big blind folds, so it's heads up now. The turn is a beautiful card for me, ace of spades. The small blind leads out for 30. I sat there for a long time, just considering what I want to do, and it definitely made me look weak. I knew that if I just called after sitting there for so long, he'd for sure fire the turn, the river. And if I raise here, I might not get any more action. So I just decided to call, and I'm gonna pop him on the river, assuming it's a good river, and hopefully another spade doesn't come. So the river's the queen of hearts, as expected. He leads out for 30. I raise him to 60. He calls me, says, nice hand, without even seeing. He knows he's beat. And I show him the flush, take down the pot of $330, get right back to even. So yeah, that was a pretty nice hand. So this is where I shine at Limit Hold'em. I play really tight, I play really good cards, but I love playing suited connectors, especially in games where a lot of people see the flops. So I'll fold for like a half an hour, I'm super patient, and then I'll raise it up with 7-10 suited. People think I have pocket aces and they're trying to crack my aces. Little do they know, I flop the flush draw, bet all the way, hit my flush. I'm sure that guy hit an ace, and yeah, it's all about deceiving people into thinking you have something that you don't, because that's how you get paid off in Limit Hold'em. So that put me at about, I don't know, 850 or so. And then so then I folded for literally an hour. So I was getting ready to get up. I was sitting at about up $50 or so. Fold. Every round it costs you $45. I like win a small pot and then fold. I mean, I don't even know if I played a hand for a full hour. I was getting pretty tired because that's pretty boring. So I was considering getting up and booking a small win until this hand came up. Check it out. All right, so here's the biggest hand of the night for me. Started the hand with just over 1,000, so I'm up 200. My little card app's having an issue. I didn't want to show this guy's cards to start, but it's showing them anyway, so you'll see what he has. So I folded for basically an hour straight. I didn't play one hand, and I get ace king of clubs. So I raise it up. Guy right behind me has no respect. He just re-raises to 45. Button calls, small blind folds, and the big blind calls, and I call. So we see the flop four ways. Flop queen 5-4 of clubs. It's a beautiful flop for me. I flop the nuts. The action's fast and furious. I'll recap once all this action stops because this app is having an issue. So the big blind checks. I bet. Seat 6 calls. The button raises. The big blind just smooth calls with his flush. I re-raise to 45 with the nut flush. Seat 6 calls. The button calls. The big blind then re-raises, so he was trapping to 60, and that's capped, so I can't raise again. So I call, seat 6 calls, seat 8 calls. The turn is the 5 of spades. Definitely not the best card for me with all that action. I'm surely scared of a set, and that would make a full house or quads. But the big blind leads out. I'm not going anywhere. He bets 30, I call. Seat 6 folds. The button's hanging around. He calls. River comes out at 10, meaningless card. Big blind bets, I call. Button calls, pot is $610, and I take it down with a nut flush. Luckily the guy didn't hit the straight flush on me. So that was a massive pot. That woke me right up, had the adrenaline flowing. And pretty quickly after that, this next hand came up. I was already up over 600, and this just got me going even further in the right direction. Check it out. All right, and here's the last monster pot of the night. I'm sitting at 1,200, so I'm up 400 on my session, and I'm in the big blind for 15. I get dealt 2 black 6s. Seat 7 raises to 30. Seat 9 re-raises to 45, who is a really aggressive player. So it cost me 30 more. There were a couple calls. It's an easy call to see the flop, hoping to flop my set. It's a beautiful flop. I did exactly what I was hoping to do. I flopped a set, king, queen, 6 rainbow. I check. Seat 9 bets. Seat 1 re-raises to 30. It's a perfect situation for me. I did this quite a bit last night actually, where I would check raise because they just continuation bet 100% of the time, where I don't do that. I mix it up a little bit. They just fire. So the button called for 30. I made a 45, took the lead. Since I'm in the blind, now I'm first to act, so I like to have the aggression when I'm first to act on a street. So they all called. Turn was the 7 of clubs. Very confident I have the best hand. I bet 30. Call, call, call. River. 2 of spades. Perfect card for me. I bet again. 3 folds. Take down the pot, $565. I'm at the gym. I'm gonna go hit the pool with the kids. Just want to finish up the summary here. So after that last hand, that put me at over doubling my money. So I'm up over 800. This place has so much action. It's crazy. You just flop a set and you just gotta pray that it holds up and you don't get sucked out. So that put me over 1600. After that, I had 3 other pretty good hands that got me going even more. I had pocket jacks. I raised pre-flop and flop top set with all 3 hearts. And I bet, got called. By the river, the 4th heart came and it paired the board. And so I had a top full house, so I bet, and the guy just called with the ace of hearts. He didn't raise me. Because the board was paired and I was betting the whole way. He was afraid of the boat, which I had. And then a few hands later, I had pocket 4s, flopped a set, won a nice pot. Short after that, I had king 5 of clubs in the big blind, and this guy who'd been raising a lot raised, and it was only 3 more chips for me to call, so I called. And the flop came 5, 5, 6. I flopped trips, and I believe I checked. He bet. Another guy raised. I re-raised. The initial raiser folded, and I took down a nice pot. So after that last hand with the king 5 where I flopped trips, it put me up over 1,000 for the day, which is the most I've ever been up in a cash game in my life. The best win I ever booked previously was I won $636 in a 6-12 game at Casino San Pablo back in maybe 2005. So this put me up at $1,006 profit. So I cashed out, I got out of Dodge, I headed home, booked the biggest win of my life in the biggest game I've played in. It was insane. I played great. I almost got up and cashed out even, but about a 30-minute run of cards got me up 1,000. It was insane. Look at this smile. It's back. Puts me back. I'm back to even after my Vegas trip, after my World Series buy-in. It's been a great summer of cards. It's a memorable experience, and I just want to say one thing. Yesterday was the 5th anniversary that we tragically lost my Uncle Bill on August 10th, 2014, and I drove to the casino saying, I'm going to play this session in memory of my Uncle Bill, and he was looking after me, I know that, so probably shed a few tears of my family, but I just wanted to say I was thinking about him, so super pumped. So as always, I love doing these videos and my little audience that I have. I know they enjoy it, so thanks for watching again. This was an insane run, best run in a big game I've had. Just how quick I built that stack in just 30 minutes was insane. I've never had anything like that. So until next time, I'm gonna keep the cash game run going. The busy work season's ahead of me, so I may not be playing much in the next couple months, but it's a great way to end my summer. So I will check in with you guys soon. You never know when a cash game might pop up. All right, later.